Breaking. Old video of APC vice presidential candidate Shettima condemning restructuring in Nigeria surfaces. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. An old video of the All Progressive Congress APC vice presidential candidate Kashim Shettima condemning restructuring in Nigeria has resurfaced on social media. The former Borno State governor, who spoke at the launch of a book titled On a Platter of Gold, written by former Minister of Youth and Sport Development Bolaji Abdullahi in November 2017 in Abuja, described the clamor for restructuring of a country as a madness that can be stopped by good governance. He insisted that if jobs are provided for Nigerians and other sectors of the economy, particularly education, are developed, the agitation for this madness called restructuring will stop. To hell with restructuring. People are talking about artificial intelligence, other nations are talking about nanotechnology or robotics, engineering, but unfortunately the topical issue in Nigeria is restructuring. Restructuring my foot. To hell with restructuring, Shettima declared at the time. Well, people they dig, well, this is expected. And this is, like I have been saying, all this and more, I expect more from each of a candidate, each attacking the candidates. Let us see how they can handle this heat. Let us see how they can come out and defend themselves with this kind of allegations. This is the only chance we have. For those who are saying, leave them like that, no. These are the people who are saying they want to come and rule over Nigeria. Let us see how these people have it together. Let us see how much pressure they can take. Let us see how well they're going to be handling issues. It is as we throw pressure now, you go dig out this one, dig out that one, you go show them, then go defend, you go dig out, then they defend, you go bring out another one, show them. Make we see waiting all this compilation of pressures, waiting this person will become. Let us see if they're going to be able to comport themselves and answer these questions, or they're even just going to stay put. Now, let me tell you what staying put means. Stay put and now come out to react to these allegations means that they are not saying anything. Which means if they enter power, if you ask them any question, then go keep mute. That is what it means to me. So it's a good thing. Me, I would say it's a good thing all these things are coming out. Any of the candidates, whether it is Shettima, whether it is Tinubu of the APC, whether it is Sarbi Musa Kwankwaso and his running mate, whether it is P2B and Dati Ahmed, whether it is Sowori and his running mate, any of them, they should put them through this, walk them through these fires. Let's see what they're going to become of, if you ask me. Because it is going to be too smooth of a journey if at the end of the day they become or they go to the election without even answering any questions. This is the reason why I'm telling us to dig in. Do research on your candidates. If you see waiting, you can throw the question open to them. And before you know it, then go pick up these questions. These interviewers will interview them. Let's hope that, they go and they're interviewed and they give us answers to the questions asked. This is the right thing to do. I like it sincerely. You cannot give these people a smooth ride. They need to prove beyond reasonable doubt that they are actually the best candidates or the most competent among other contestants. Okay. Northern region must choose between restructuring and referendum. Bola Ahmed Asiwaju must choose between restructuring and referendum. Atiku Abubakar must choose between restructuring and referendum. Rabiu Kwankwaso must choose between restructuring and referendum. All the presidential candidates must choose between restructuring and referendum. And what if they don't? How do you know they will not? Let's find out more. First off, what is restructuring? This restructuring, what is it all about? Restructuring just means in a country like ours where things are not working well, things are being reorganized so that it's going to work well, both for the country and for its citizens. To me, that is what restructuring means. So saying to hell with restructuring, I think even Shettima in his outburst, he made an outburst that to hell with restructuring, people are talking about robotic. It is when you have done restructuring, it's just like a house. Let me use a scenario now I love scenarios. I call me the queen of scenarios, okay? Now, you walk into a house and the house is very unkempt. The house is so unkempt. Everywhere is dusty. Everywhere is, there's cobwebs everywhere. You need to clear this house. Now, we do have a party in that kind of house without clearing it out. You cannot. You understand? You cannot. You definitely need to, shift things, move things, clean things, scrub things, organize things for the... Just like even in a house, can you have a party in it? No. You need to call somebody to structure the house and make it ready for a party. That is what it means. So you cannot make things right. In that particular house, you cannot hold the party. Why? Because it is dirty to dusty. People will be like, ew, what is going on here? Everywhere is so, dusty and looking so unkempt. That is what is going to go on. So there is no way that this country can do. In fact, the person coming in is restructuring the person is coming in to do. Nigeria is in a state of where things are so disorganized. Nobody accounts for things. The person coming in should have it at the back of your mind that if he comes in, he'll make the country organized. He'll make people accountable for things. Let's say, for instance, somebody is in a public office. You make the person accountable for that public office. You make the person Minister of Affairs. That means, say, that Minister of Affairs of a nation. In that Ministry of Affairs, he is going to oversee that things are being organized. If things are not organized in the way that is going to, make the organization or the ministry better, he better restructure. That is what it just means. I wait for any other, school of thought of restructuring, sincerely. So, Shettima saying to help with restructuring, it's not possible. You need to make the nation work. You don't just come in and, let's say for instance, as Nigeria Dabaro now, you come and start making it better. It's not possible. Nigeria is the kid. You do what? You are going to remove, just like a wound. You clean it, you disinfect it. You understand? Before you put in waiting, go make the wound dry. You don't just come and put waiting, go make the thing dry because it go still the eating, they go deep. That is why some people have wounds, and even when the surface is looking okay, the inside they chop, they go. I'm just using this now as an example. This Shettima give quality governance in Borno where he was a governor. Tested and failed. What quality is he talking about? Bunch of liars. After all, Boko Haram started from his domain with all kinds of atrocities. Okay, I concur with Shettima. Can you give a justified reason for your objection or just to retain Nigeria in sensible in captivity? In insensible captivity? Good question. Okay, no matter the propaganda, but shit is the answer. Okay, well, he actually said some things. He's like, let me go back to what he said. They said in the video, he said that, please hold on so I don't misquote him. He said, to hell with restructuring, let us focus on the quality of governance. It was also restructuring. If you restructure things, you're going to start making things better. The quality of governance is going to improve. He said, let's invest in education, which of course is going to be part of restructuring. So I think saying he's shooting himself, he's saying two things at the same time in that particular video. Okay, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We'll say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come